late week refresh. Y'all, I'm gonna have to copyright that phrase. Late week hair refresh. All right, 4C hair girls. So I'm on a new type of routine where at the end of the first week I do a refresh. Now I'm going to explain what a refresh is and we're going to get into it. Okay. So as you see, my hair is wet. Okay. But what I didn't do was shampoo and condition it. I didn't shampoo and condition it. Okay. All I did was give it a good rinse. All right. So this is late week refresh. Let's say you already had your hair done and you're like, I don't want to, I don't want to go through a whole shampoo and conditioner all because it's New Year's. So all you do is rinse your hair real good. In the winter time, you should be actually avoiding so many shampoos and conditioning because you're stripping all of the moisture out every time you do, and you're having to put it all back in. So trying to keep as much moisture in your hair that you already put in as long as you can, that's the key. So I know we glamorize washing our hair every week, but in the wintertime you should actually extend your seal. So if you feel like your hair is just too crispy dry and it's like the end of the first week of your first reseal, you should not be rushing to do shampoo. What you should do, okay, there's two things you can do. You can put apple cider vinegar on your scalp and let it sit, apple cider vinegar rinse, and let it sit for a little bit and then rinse it out. But you're not going to shampoo, okay? You can actually recondition your hair, but you can't shampoo. That's why it's called a refresh, not a reset. Y'all be cutting up. The other thing you can do, you can actually put some rosemary oil on your scalp to detox your scalp. Leave it on there maybe about 2 or 3 minutes and then rinse it out. Once again, this is a refresh. This is not a reset. Okay. All right. You can actually still do it with grease as well. You can take sulfurate grease a little bit on your fingers and wherever your scalp is itching at, apply it on your scalp, leave it on there maybe 20 minutes, and then rinse your hair, right? You're going to pretend shampoo. The water is going to be your shampoo without the shampoo liquid. Okay. Okay. Hi, everybody. Thank you. So, um, we have to avoid like fully recombing and resetting our hair so quick. Okay. So you know when you shampoo and condition, I don't care what, unless you're like a licensed expert, your resealing skills ain't that strong with doing the shampoo and conditioning process. So my best advice is if you really want a reset in just a week, go get it professionally in shampoo conditioner. Go to the beauty school and get your little $10 shampoo and conditioner done by students and licensed managers that's watching. But if you are shampooing and conditioning your own hair, you want to try to wait as long as you can to redo it, re-shampoo and conditioner when it's winter time. Okay. Um, just imagine if somebody stripped all the moisture and oil out of your body and you was just bone dry. You'd be like, "Woo, child." That's how your hair feels. So you need to put it off as long as possible. Water, it does re-moisture your hair with the product that is still in your hair. So actually, if you're like, "Oh, I need my hair to be more moisturized," you can just go wash your hair with warm water or a little water that's a little cool, and that's it. It's going to re moisture whatever the products that's already in your hair. When you do a refresh, you're just lifting some of the products out. so that you can put more in and not overload your hair. Okay? All right. So I bought some new products we're going to talk about. I bought Curly Curl Cream. Okay, this is what I bought. And this is curl definer. Now we can get into curl defining. What curl definer mean is that it's a sealer. That's what it means. It means it has enough sealing type ingredients that will make your hair stiff so that the moisture is sealed in. Because it's a little stiff, of course, your texture is going to be obvious, more obvious. So don't think you're being fake by using curl defining cream. You're not. All it does is it seals it all in so that your hair stays disciplined with the seal. But of course, everyone's going to see your texture much more. So if you don't have the texture, you cannot expect this to work with your texture, dream texture in your imagination being seen. Okay. So let's say you don't have a wavy pattern, okay, to your hair. You can't expect the curl defining cream to pull it through, to make it more visible. You can't expect that. So what this does, it works with what you got. Okay? All right, everybody. So I got the Talia Curl Can Dream. And I got this Tropical Roots Twist Cream. Okay? Because I purged my beauty stuff yesterday, which y'all saw on the video. I threw out a whole big basket of stuff. Now that I was able to add 2 more things to my basket. So one of the things I love to do for the new year, since it is Earth Energy, Capricorn, beauty, fine. You know, Capricorn with their distinctive hair and all that. You know, they love their hair. My sister is a Capricorn sun sign and she don't play about her hair. She don't miss a single hair appointment. So I love to, and she's really good at styling hair. She's a wonderful natural. She's naturally gifted in hair, doing hair, but she doesn't believe it. She used to do all our hair growing up. All the cousins here, me and my sisters here. I love some Capricorn women. Well, y'all so damn beautiful. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Give some of that beauty here. I'm serious. That's why they get money. That's why they get money. I'm just saying, y'all. Y'all keep yourself together. High maintenance ladies. I learned from the best. Praise God that I got a big sister that's a Capricorn. Okay, to call out when I'm being when I'm not taking care of myself. She will look at you and be like, "What's up with the hair, sis?" Them Capricorn girls. All right now, don't be trying to be friends with them if you don't love yourself, because they gonna tell you, they gonna check you and be like, "You ain't going nowhere with me looking like that." A Capricorn girl would be like, "Who you think you going with? You better go get your hair done. Don't play with me." But anyway, hi everybody. So remember that even when you do a refresh, your hair should still be wet. It should be like this. See? Oh, water on my hand. If you don't get water on your hand when you touch your hair, the refresh is not even going to work. You're going to be like, this is struggling. Okay? So when you go to refresh your hair, you're just rinsing some of the product out. Okay? And detoxing your scalp with the oil that you put in before you refresh. You want to sponge your hair. Stop doing this. Don't do this. The circular stuff. That's why your hair is tangled. When you go to comb it, you be like, I just shampoo and condition this. Why is this tangled? You tangled it. You tangled it. When you went like this, in circles, you tangled it. So you don't want to do that. This is going to sound weird, but you want to go down in the direction that your hair is going. Boom, 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 boom. Notice how I'm not putting my fingers. I'm not putting my fingers like this. I'm going like this. Now, you really want to avoid going like this, even though you're going to be tempted, because look what you're doing. You're splitting the hair. So you want to kind of go down. It might take a long time to keep going down in the same section, but at least you're getting less little micro tears in your hair. I find that really only time you go up and down is if your fingers are directly on the scalp. Look. See how that's directly on the scalp? See? It's directly at the root. Any other time, you just do this with your hair. That's it. That's it, y'all. Pet it. Don't y'all see the kitty cats? Look at how the cats do it. Don't they do like this? Mufasa's hair. This is what Mufasa does to his hair. Mufasa doesn't do this. His circles. Mufasa does this. You have Mufasa here. Okay? All right. Hi, everybody. If it's not tropical, if it doesn't have abundant tropical ingredients, it ain't going to serve your 4C hair. Okay? So it should have some main ingredients that you know is definitely Caribbean or Jamaican or an abundant in the tropical places. So let's look at this. Castor seed is in this. Coconut is the sealer. Stop trying to use coconut to grow hair. What coconut does is it seals your ends so you retain length, and it detoxes your scalp so the toxins don't block hair growth. Coconut oil is an antifungal. So actually you can put coconut on your scalp, rub it in your scalp before you do the refresh. So you can get any fungus that may be on your scalp from 5-6 days of product left on it. If you feel some itching, too much itching, intense itching, you probably should put the rosemary on your scalp or the coconut oil and massage it in, only on your scalp, and then rinse it out. Okay? This is going to decrease any fungus growth from the intense itching. You're going to itch a little bit because you have product in your hair. But what you don't want to do is be like, oh, this is real itchy. Ah. If it gets like that, you need to just deal with the fact that you got to put an antifungal. Matter of fact, just go get you some antifungal cream, clomatazole, okay? If it can go in your butt, in your vagina, it can go on your scalp. So just go get you some clomatazole cream and be like, ooh, child. Put it on the scalp where the real bad itching is at. Rub it in. Okay, leave it on there a few minutes and then rinse it out. Okay, of course, when you rinse out anything that's antifungal, believe it or not, you cannot rinse it out in hot water. Okay, germs thrive in heat, so you have to wash it out in lukewarm water. If you wash it out in cold water, you're sealing in the fungus, so it has to be lukewarm. Okay. All right. I'll be dropping some gems, y'all. The creator has been talking to me about hair because I found out that hair beauty is a part of my destiny. So I'm supposed to be talking about this stuff. So my refresh is going to be, because I rinsed a lot of this out. I rinsed a lot of the gel out. That means I can introduce a new cream. Now, because I'm not interested in putting more gel back in my hair, but I do want to double seal because I'm going to be outside. I might go out for drinks. It's real cold, so I might double seal, which means I will be using the cream, twisting cream, and the grease last. Okay, remember the thickest sealer goes last when you have high porosity hair. Okay, it always goes from the thinnest to the thickest. in the order of putting the products in your hair. I know some of y'all sitting there with y'all notepad like, ooh, child, her hair looks so beautiful. It ain't even shampoo and condition. Nope, I did not shampoo and condition it. Nope, I could. Okay, this is just 5 days, and the hair is, even with gel in it, the hair is like woo, you know. But that is what happens when you know what you're doing. When you get rid of all your dead ends as well, the hair, people will, even when your hair is just dripping wet, if you don't have a lot of dead ends, people will be like, oh, your hair is beautiful, because it's easy to snap back and look even and neat when you don't have split ends. Okay. When 4C here has too many split ends, when it snaps back, it looks like you was attacked. That's what it looks like. So just make sure that you're not saying, well, it's the product's not working. Maybe it's your hair. It's too uneven. It's too split. Just swallow your pride and get the hair, get them ends cut, so you won't keep blaming it on the product not working. The products can only do but so much when your ends is too raggedy. And that's why you think the hair salon will say when they see split ends, you want to trim? Because they don't want to fight with these products in your hair. You're asking them to do some magic on raggedy hair. You're asking them to make something that looks torn up, looks suddenly brand new with just some products. Y'all. Whoa. I'll be fun. I'll be okay. Even on a refresh, you're still going to use your detangler comb. Okay? Now you can still stick with the same process. Because it's wet, I could comb it. Now you see that product coming out, right? You don't say, ooh, that's dandruff. Look, if your hair is not itching beyond this world, it's not. It's product. Okay? You can actually remove some of the product simply by going like that. Okay? Now, of course, before see here, once you comb it out, all right, you're puffing it out. So of course it's going to look like you don't have no texture because you combed it out. And that's what anybody's great at here. My daughter is 3A, and when you come out her hair, it looks like you took the texture out. So stop thinking like, oh, I don't have no texture now that I combed it. You do. Now, because I've been sitting here a good 10 minutes, my hair is already drying fast because I'm high porosity. So that's why I keep my water bottle nearby. What I'm doing is making sure this feels smooth as I'm doing it. Now, as I said, I have never used this cream before. Now, because this is a twisting cream, I may not use, let me see the texture of this cream. This is a curl defining cream. Now, do you know you can use more than one cream? You can. They just have to be for different purposes. So you can use a conditioning cream, and then you can go over it with a twisting cream, and you can still seal it at the end with with grease. So you can actually do this. Conditioning cream, twisting cream, and grease. And that'll be like a real good seal for the winter. Okay? You may not even have to reseal your hair for another 2 weeks, even if you're outside all day. Okay? All right. So, if you're trying to like wean yourself off of gel so that you don't have to run through your cream, then you may want to get a cream that's actually a leave-in conditioner and a twisting cream, and then just double seal with the grease. Okay? This way you'll have a softer, shinier look rather than a real crispy looking look once the hair dry, like it would if you used gel. Some of y'all keep saying, Miss V, keep dropping. I got tired of fighting with my hair, so I sat my butt down and did research. Look, I didn't even do a shampoo and look. See what I'm saying? You do not need to keep shampooing. I'm telling y'all, that's unnecessary. Our ancestors sometimes just dipped their hair in the ocean and then rinsed their hair and went about their way. They wasn't just passing around shampoo every week of their life. So I decided to use the conditioner cream as my leave-in for now on. Okay, strand by strand, y'all, strand by strand. Okay, all right. So this is the twisting cream. Now I never used this cream before. All right, this is the twisting cream. Now what I'm trying to do, what I actually need to do is just put some on the lid and use it from there so I don't mix the creams, which I'm about to do. That's why I used a different finger. Okay. Now, okay. Now what I can do is after I finger coil them, I can finish the ends with the castor oil grease. The reason why I'm not putting the grease on right now is because I do not want to double dip. I don't want to double dip. I don't want the grease to be in my cream. See what I'm saying? So I'll wait till I'm done with all my coils, and then I'll do it. Okay. So because I'm doing this without a mirror, y'all, this is winging it. Remember the 4C here actually shrinks, and I can always separate these because I didn't use gel. So I'm not going to have to worry about breakage if I separate them. That's the beautiful thing about finger coils is that you do not have to when you're using cream. You can separate them if you didn't use no gel. Okay. Now when you have gray, you're going to find like any old twisting cream ain't working because gray is resistant. So I can always separate these down, later on as I'm doing it. I can just go separate, 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 separate. A lot of people do that because they don't want to spend so much time on micro twisting. Okay. So now if I don't like the finger coils, I'm like, I can always comb them out. I can use this. Let me show y'all. See, I didn't use it, but I can. I can use this. Now, what this does is it gets it all the way through every little strand of your hair. That's what this does. This comb here. Okay. It gets it all the way through. See how the end is? All the way through. Now, I can just keep stacking it and let it all be wavy and have a different hairstyle. So that's what I'm actually going to do today. If I don't feel like, no, I ain't feeling the finger coils, I don't feel like doing them. Okay? This will actually go faster. Just stacking. If I feel like it's not locking in tight enough, I can simply just. Now, how thick you put your comb through, how thick your rose is, and how thick your hair is going to determine how thick the texture look. So you may want to do your rose thick. So I'm going to demonstrate here. This is me doing it thick. Once again, I can still finish. I can still finish the this is me using my conditioning cream as my leave-in conditioner. Okay, because I did a refresh, I have to load the hair back up. A lot of the product ain't in there. It's almost like it's from scratch. Okay. So see, once that end feels slippery, then I'm ready to put the sealing comb through. So this is just a quick demonstration, y'all, how y'all can do it with a refresh. Normally I have my music playing. Okay. See, that don't mean it was going to rip my hair out because I already pre-detangled it. Okay. So I can leave it like this. I could just let it be, like the curls just later like that. Now, when it dries, it's going to shrink. So it's going to look like a tight, wavy type of curl. Okay. I find that I don't get a good seal if I don't use this comb. I just don't. Like, I'd be like, why is the product still kind of laying on the hair? So that's why in the old days, in the 90s, our parents used the Denmark brush. The Denmark brush was actually sealing for us. This is a Denmark comb. See, this is a Denmark comb. You can get a Denmark brush. Now, see? See, this is why I like finger coils. See how most of them came out? Was easy to come out after I washed it. See? Now, you can use the Denmark. You can use the Denmark combs, or you can use the Denmark brush. Now, if you want to be like, yeah, I'm gonna 4C this up, but it's gonna look healthy, then you can just do the Denmark comb and don't twist it. Don't twist it. Now, here's the thing: if you have dead ends, using the Denmark brush is not. It's going to show all your dead ends. See the problem? So don't be using the Denmark brush and Denmark comb if you got a crazy amount of dead ends. When your hair finally seals, it's not going to look good. I figured it out. Okay. Notice how I'm not over combing. I'm using a lot of my hands because I didn't get a fresh shampoo. I did not get a fresh shampoo. So I can't be all glorified with the comb. So I'm using my hands. Hi, everybody. What somebody say? Why are we just stop stereotyping me? We're talking about hair. You don't want to learn about hair? You don't want to learn about hair? Black women ain't qualified to teach about hair? Y'all, I got a smart mouth. We ain't. I don't got the right texture. Y'all. I don't got the right texture to teach you about hair, huh? I ain't qualified. Now, let's say you're like, I don't want my hair out today. You can actually do jumbo finger coils. Look what you could do. You can just go like this. You can do jumbo ones. You don't have to do tiny finger coils. Look what you can do. See how that's a jumbo finger coil. Look at that. See? Jumbo. You pick the length. If you have really thick 4C hair, jumbo finger coils, jumbo finger coils look actually really good. You have to think about the density of your 4C hair. Okay, if you don't have a lot of density in your 4C hair, I can tell you right now, the jumbo finger curls ain't gonna look that fine. They gonna look good, but it ain't gonna be all that. Okay, so let's say you're like, I just want to rock my hair out, but I don't want no breakage. You need to double cream it. Now, as I said, I can always add the grease in as well. All right, at the end, I can go row by row again and just recomb the grease in. I'm trying to get it all the way to the end. There we go. All right. I don't know why everybody think that because somebody black, somebody cook. Everybody black don't cook. Now I cooks, okay? But everybody black don't cook, so stop asking us. So I decided to just separate this so I can just have a look, okay? Now, as you see, this is the thinnest part of my hair. So what I can do is I can actually go back in and do the row even thicker so that my bangs don't look as thin. So I can go back in there. Like I said, I'm just demonstrating with y'all the options that you do have, okay, on a refresh. With a refresh, you can actually just kind of just be like, I'm going to just do this, separate it with my fingers, go ahead with my 4C fro, like this, It almost looked like I kind of semi roll curled it. See, look at that. See. Then of course, if I wanted it shinier, because this don't have a shine, these creams don't have a shine. If I wanted it shinier, of course I could have used some gel, included some gel with it, or argan oil to add to the shine. Okay, I could have did that. But maybe it's like, you know what? Maybe I just want to do cream. Now, if I want a little bit of more shine, I want some shine. We know the grease always shines your hair. So I can actually go back over that again with some grease as my final seal. Remember, the thickest goes last. So notice I'm not putting it at my root. I'm not putting the grease on my scalp, because it doesn't go on your scalp unless you're washing it out in 48 hours. So I'm just adding it to my ends as a double seal. I'm using shea butter, jojoba, and tea leaves. Now I can be like, I'm just going to do my hair like this with my hands. Even if you have afro texture looking hair, after you comb it, you still have to seal. Okay. The problem that I'm seeing with some 4C hair girls is they're not sealing, but they're wearing their hair out. You still have to. Now here's a way you can semi seal. Okay. The beautiful thing about 4C hair is that you can actually style it with your hand. You can like scrunch it so that it looks curly, after. So you got that curly type of look to it there. Okay. Or because it's sealed, you can actually be like, I'm going to just pin it up like this. Just do some pinning and be like, oh, I'm just going to get it out the way today. Pin it up, do some little rows of pinning and pin, just row by row by row of bobby pinning it. And that'll get you a new style. Okay. Bobby pin, and just keep on the same process and pinning on back. This way it's still going to seal because it's rolled. Okay. It's still going to seal. Okay. Long as it's rolled, it's locking the heat, it's locking the moisture in. Okay. If it's a winter day, I would actually try to avoid wearing it out. I can also wear it as afro puffs. See, I can wear it as afro puffs like this. See, I could just make row. I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 to 5, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then afro puffs. Okay, I can do that. Now, if I want to go back, if I say I change my mind, I want to go back to the finger coils. Of course, the hair has to be drenched. Okay, the coils is hard to get if your hair is not wet, so you still have to re-wet it. Hi, everybody. Okay. All right. Okay. Now let's say you be like, I ain't feeling the product. I'm not feeling the product. Then you should probably just go back, rinse it out, and just start over. Okay. Now, as I said, before you do finger curls, you need to assess how dense that section is. If it's not that thick, then you're going to have to add more hair so your finger coils are thicker. You need to know, even with finger coils, you can't just wing it. You have to know how you want your hair to look. So if you're like, I like really thin curls, thin finger curls, then you better be ready to be sitting down for at least 3 hours. Okay, do you got 3 hours? I just keep it real, y'all. You got you got 3 hours to sit there? How much time you got? All right. Now let's say you be like, I don't even want to do nothing with my hands. I don't want to work to sit with my hands. then what you need to do is go get you some satin rollers and roll it up. If you roll it up in the morning hours, by the time it's time to go out on a late night date, an evening date, your hair is going to be dry. You're 4C. Okay, unless you have a whole store full of 4C hair on your head, then your hair's going to dry by tonight. So if you're trying to do something tonight for New Year's, I suggest you do your hair right now. If so that if you change your mind, you have time to do a different style. Okay? All right. Now, and of course, with finger coils, you can always pre-twist the end at the root and then coil it. See? You can pre-twist it at the root like this. At least, I do it at least 3 times. Okay? I'm using my hair as a demo. All right. Okay. Now, when you stack it, you're going to be like, oh, it looks like I only got 3 there. But when you stack it, you're going to see like, oh, it seems like there's a lot more. How many do you want per row? You have to know that too. Like I want 4 finger coils. No different than doing the 2-strand twist. You need to know how many you want per row. Okay? Because depending on how many you want per row is how long it's going to take. So if you're going to, now let's say you're like, I got to have my gel. I got to have it, Miss B. And you're like, but I already put my products in. Miss B. What you want to do is put it on the ends, okay? You don't want to put the gel up here because you don't want the roots, you don't want your hair to break out at the roots in case you put the gel in last. So you're like, no, I don't want my hair breaking out at the roots. Now, if I went to put gel in and I've already put my creams and stuff in, I would actually still repeat the cream process. So I would be like, let me put my gel in, even though I already put cream in, but I'm still going to go over top with some more twist cream. That's how I would do it. So if you get the order wrong, don't be mad at yourself. Just be like, I'm going to go ahead and just put the cream on last regardless. It'll just have double cream, cream in the in-between and cream at the end. Somebody said, what's my secret to, somebody said, Miss Me B. Who's saying that? Miss B, what oil can I use for straight hair to grow faster? Olive oil. If you have straight hair, you probably should be using rose oil for a shine. Okay? I had a white girlfriend who has straight hair, and she could not. Straight hair actually tends to get this matted look to it. It doesn't look tangled, kinky, but if it ain't soft, it looks matted. So and it still has trouble having a very high shine to it. So I recommend the rose oil and the olive oil. For the kinky hair girls, you should be going with Morocco oils. Okay. Yeah. Olive oil and rose oil on straight heads. Okay. Rose oil, it just pour right on down the hair. Okay. It's really hard to get a high shine from rose oil on 4C hair. I tried it. It's like tons. It's not thick enough. Okay. Rose oil is thin enough to work on your straight head. It's not thick enough for my 4C. I got to use a ton of rose oil just to get the oil to seal in and be looking soft. Okay. Now I'm doing mine's chunky. What I love about 4C is you're allowed to look. Your 2-strand twist and finger coils are allowed to look. Wow. Stop trying to get them uniform. That's one of the reasons why you have trained parts. So I'm going to go back over here and retwist that root there. Somebody said the secret to happiness is to wake up and mind your business. That I'm telling you no lie. If you can mind your business in the first 3 hours of your day gets better. Don't be looking at no Facebook. Don't be looking at no TikTok. Don't even watch people. Just be like, I'm watching myself. Most people, so there we have it. Okay. See how this one, because I got gray, so much gray in the front of my hair, I have to use a lot of twist cream on the end. Gray is resistant to coil. So stop saying, my products ain't working. It's the gray, baby. So if you have gray in your hair, you probably should be using a very slippery but thick conditioner, leave-in conditioner. If you have gray in your 4C hair, you can't go without leave-in conditioner. Okay, it needs an extra boost of sealing. So look at your hair and be like, where's it the most gray at? Oh, it's really gray here, it's really gray here, it's really gray here. I gotta rock me some moisturizing leave-in conditioner in those spots. Because I'm not going to be fighting with the gray to seal. Go a little heavier on the sealing where your gray is at. Load up the products. Okay. So I'm going a little heavier on the products in the front of the hair. Now, as I said, if you really want the seal to be good, you need to use a Denmore brush or a Denmore comb like I'm using. Okay. Because the front of my hair, now if your hair feels like it's stiff, go back to your water and go in with some more cream. What's happening is your hair is not damp enough for the cream to get through the first layer top of your hair. So you have to go back in with some more water. Don't be like, I gotta rewash. See? Just because you feel some stiffness don't mean rewash. It means that you probably either need to wet it, okay? Or you should probably maybe just do a re-rinse. Rinse some of the product out that was in there. Remember, this is a refresh video. This is not a re-shampoo video. Okay? I really try to avoid stripping the moisture. Now, when I get to the middle of my hair, it's optional to twist it at the root. And here's why. I like my hair to look like bulky as it go up. I want my front to really hang. So when you twist it at the root before finger coiling, it's going to stretch. But if you want your hair to look like weight, as if you're wearing a wig, a really good wig, then you don't twist it at the root when you come to the top. When you get here, you don't twist it at the root. But if you're like chasing length reveal, like I want everybody to see my length, then you're going to twist it at the root and then finger coil. Okay? What are you chasing? Are you chasing moisture, or are you chasing length compliments? Okay? I chase moisture. I'm not chasing length compliments. Chase moisture and hydration. That's the goal for you. Okay? If you're 4C, you ain't getting the length without it. Okay? Everybody else has more sebum pouring on their hair, more than you. Okay? I live with people with two people in my house have totally different textures than me. And they never have to do this. They're just walking around with loads of sebum running through their hair. You know, I ain't jealous because my hair is also thicker and fuller. Okay? And the tangler don't always detangle their hair. Once their hair mat up, it's like hell for them trying to get it trying to get the mat out. Okay? But 4C hair, there's people with 4C hair locks and they're able to get all that out. So stop thinking because your hair looks coarse, it's going to be hard to detangle. Once we put those products in, it's easy. It's like, well, I got this. I got it covered. Provided you don't have a ton of split ends. Now, see how that sounded a little brittle? That's because it's not wet enough. It's not that it's not that it's not it's not that it's not healthy or broke. It's not wet enough. Okay? So, go heavy with the cream on the ends. Much heavier than this part. So you want to go like that. So that when you seal, your hair is protected. As I said, I have gray in my hair. So for me, I have to go a little heavier with the products. Now, I do have to say, if I had got if I had rinsed my hair and then did a hydration shampoo conditioner, this hair would be even more softer. The gray would be softer. Okay? But let's say you're a busy person. You got New Year's Eve dinner to cook, okay? You got somebody's New Year gifts to wrap or whatever. You got a house to clean. Be like, no, I'm good. I'll just go ahead, refresh, retwist, okay? And call it a day. So see how this one didn't really twist all the way. So I'm going to add a little bit more. This is the part that's so thick. So I may actually just retwist this part. Only because it's so thick there. But if you like your thick, if you like it to be seen, okay? If you don't mind your roots looking thick, like when locks, when they grow in, then don't go back over the root. Okay. Now, let's say I'm like, I'm done. I can't take this no more. I didn't I'm twisted out. Okay. What you can do, believe it or not, is simply just wet your hair, take the Denmore comb, go through it with the sealing process, and then put you a headband on right here. See? You would just put a headband on right here and have the rest of your hair just hanging out the back of the hairband, but it'll still look wavy. It'll still look wavy. All right? So the front of your hair can just be where the finger curls is, but the back is Denmore waves. Okay? All right. Now notice I did use some grease right here because that's where a lot of my gray is. So I double seal the gray. I double seal. Hi, everybody. No. I would rather for my hair, first of all products make your hair look darker. They all do. If you put products in gray hair, your gray hair will not be that silver. That's just that's what they do. If your products have color to them, that's what it's going to do. Okay? All right. So you can't really help that. But, okay. Because my hair is high porosity, did y'all see how dry it got? This hair literally dried out in 48 minutes. That's how you know you have high porosity. This hair was dripping wet 48 minutes ago. Now it's almost bone dry. That's just crazy how fast my hair dry. It's just wild. Like you just can't believe somebody's hair could dry that fast. I didn't even have to sit under the dryer, and all this is bone dry from just sitting here for 48 minutes. Hi, everybody. Oh, thank you. Somebody said they're about to sit there and look all morning. Love your hair. You know you be serious about washing your butt in the shower. You be over washing, don't y'all ladies? You be like, I gotta wash this vagina 5 times before I get out the shower. Okay. Then do that with your hair. Be like this, look. You're really sealing it in then. Like you're just like, woo, child. What else you want to do? The kids is at school. Okay. All right. Some of y'all that's disabled, you might as well put your energy into you. All right. So there was the cream. That was the conditioning cream. Now, as I said, because um, I don't want to mix my creams, so the next is going to be the twisting cream. Okay, twisting. Now, remember when 4C hair dries, it shrinks. So don't be sitting up there saying, "Oh, this don't look good." Soon as it dry, you're gonna be like, "Oh, this look nice." Woo! I didn't know shrinkage can look this good. Just be patient for it to for it to for the sealing to happen. It takes a couple hours for you to see the magic. So what I just added just now is the cream. Now the cream really should go from the scalp down. Okay, like Madam C.J. Walker was the one. So don't be afraid to go like this all the way through to the scalp with your creams because they're tropical. That means they're meant to grow your hair. All right. Now, as I said, if I wanted to double seal, which I am because this is the front of my hair, then I will add the grease. Okay, as the last step. Remember, thinner to the thickest. The thickest is always last. Now, I'm a little generous with the grease in the wintertime where my gray is at. Okay? So that's why, but guess what? Soon as I put my scarf on tonight, tomorrow it's going to be like, this hair don't feel greasy. Because I'm high porosity. That means this product is going to be ate up by the end of the day. Okay? It's going to be like, did I grease my hair? So, um, if I don't have gray or blonde, now here's something I want to tell y'all blonde heads. Y'all better bust out the grease. Bleach heads, stop playing. You know, you need definitely double seal. You got bleached hair. Blondies, even if you got straight blonde hair, you can get you a thin grease to put in your blonde hair. Okay? My husband refuses to wash his hair every month until the 1 month mark is up because he knows that by him having blonde in his hair, that makes his hair a little bit high porosity. So he doesn't want to wash his body oils out of his hair since he's a blondie. Okay, he has blonde in there, blonde and red. So even if you're straight hair blondie, I was just combing the grease through y'all. Now, if it's not slippery, it's not gonna do much for me. This twist is not. So that's why I gotta make sure that it's slippery. Alright. The slip is the proof. It has to be at least slippery on the ends. Okay, even if it's not at the root, it still has to be slippery on the ends. Alright, or you just wasting your time. So once again, let's say you have your white in here, right? If there's any white girls in here and you got blonde hair, go get you some thin grease and quit playing with your blonde hair, okay? That's why you see some blonde people like oiled up. They're like over oiling their hair because they're like, my hair is not staying moisturized. Now, like I said, I did not use a grease. I mean, I did not use a gel. So the problem with this is this new tropical product, it's not real thick. This one right here is the new one I got. You're going to have to use a lot. It should actually be thicker than this. So what this tells me is they made the thickness for 4B here. This thickness is made for 4B here, or people that got a fresh hydration. 4C here would have to have a fresh hydration to only use a little bit of that. Or you would need to be 4B. So this company should actually make a thicker version for 4C here. I might write them and be like, you got to make a thicker version for 4C here. You made that for 4B. They'll be like, what? I'll be like, let me show you. You didn't think about the gray hair girls. You didn't think about the really the Nigerian hair texture. You made this tropical stuff for 4B. The thickness. The ingredients is I'm supposed to use, but the thickness, I shouldn't have to add so much. It's not thick enough. It's too the thick. This is how you know when a cream is going to serve. A twisting cream is going to serve. It should not be as thin, close to the thin of your conditioner. If it's so close in the thickness to your conditioner, then they were stingy with the sealer. Y'all, I need to work for a hair company. They were still stingy with the sealer. That's exactly what it is. They were stingy with the coconut and not tropical. So they need to just stop it and quit playing with people and put some more coconut in here. I decided to go back over here and twist it at the root since they were stingy with the coconut. Now, here's the thing. Let's say you be like, my twisting cream ain't all that. Then add some coconut to it so that it will be all that. Y'all, I be calling it what it is. For real, I'm gonna go get me a bottle of coconut today. I'm not playing. They're not gonna be ripping me off on these creams. We're not playing them games. I'm not playing these games no more with these people. I'll go over there and get my honey out and it will work. I'll be like, F it, time to put this honey in this cream. And then let's see, it's gonna go down. You know, as they say, it's going down for real. I'm gonna be putting that cream in its place. So if your twisting creams is not working on a refresh without a pre-hydration, just go get you some honey and save your mental health and stop stressing about it. Hi, everybody. Yeah, but the only problem with Jamaican castor oil is that castor oil tends to go bad quick. I don't think y'all know that. So I would actually be like, I would rather only use the castor oil on the ends just to be like, because it goes bad quick. Like when it's on the scalp. Okay? It's like somehow your body heat makes it age faster on your scalp. It's not as, it doesn't have longevity like coconut. That's why coconut is better for sealing. I know we say, I use castor oil to seal. It's not better than coconut. Okay, coconut is an antifungal, which means it is going to last longer. It's antibacterial. It's like, it works kind of like athlete's foot stuff. That's nature's antifungal. So, of course, it's not going to go bad quick in your hair when you're heating hot and sweaty. So you're better off saying, I'm gonna go ahead and seal with coconut. I'm actually gonna put some raw coconut in this cream so I could just get this stuff done. I don't want to have to keep retwisting. Now let's say you be like, I want a little bit more shine. Then you can always go over at the end. You can always look at where your gray is. If you're gray head like me and like, okay, the gray is stopping my shine here. So you can go over those ones, finish it with argan oil. Just go over those specific ones that have gray in it. Okay. Now my sides are a looser texture of 4C. So this is why when I go to the sides, I like to do the twist first. Twisting at the root. Okay. All right. Okay. There we go. Notice I'm going with my hairline. I'm not forcing my hairline to change. As you see, it's starting to coil up. It's like going like that. Okay. Now, guess what else I could do? I could actually roll this with satin rollers. If I roll the coils in satin rollers, what's it going to do is going to be coily, but then it's going to go like this at the end. It's going to be a firmer coil. Okay, so depending on how I stack the satin rollers, excuse me, with the coils is how it's going to lay and be very, very, very coily. But of course, because I did not use a styling gel and I didn't use a real thick sealer, the satin rollers are going to take longer to serve the curls. So it may take like 2 days or a whole day with the satin rollers in for the tidy curl to happen. Okay, so you decide if you want to put satin rollers in your finger coils to make it really coily all over instead of so stretched. You can decide to put gel over them, gel them, and then roll them with the satin roller. Or you can just put the satin rollers in it while it's still wet and just rock them all day. Okay? Because it's not a real tight seal in it. A sealer like coconut. Because this company was stingy. Because there isn't, it's going to take longer for the satin rollers to work. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So it's up to you. I gave y'all some ways. All right. Let's say you're like, I'm sick of seeing the coils in the same hanging coil look. On the third day, you can actually go back over them with water and gel and then put satin rollers in them. And then you'll have a tighter look. They'll be tighter on your head, but it'll look like it's in a different style. See what I'm saying? So you ain't got to stop doing coils if you're bored with them. You just have to find ways to make it look like you did something different, even though they still coil. Okay. See how fast my hair is drying? This is just ridiculous. This high porosity ain't no joke. My hair be like, I came to eat. That's what it be like, y'all. When they be like, my hair be like, sis, I came to drink. I swear I got hair that's addicted to drinking. Cause this water be gone. Like in 40 minutes, just gone out the hair. Okay. So I'm working it in. Now guess what? Let's say you be like, I want a better refresh, but I don't want to shampoo and condition. Then what you can do is you can actually put apple cider vinegar rinse like this only on your ends. Okay, you're just going to put it on the ends of your hair because it's going to refresh the ends of your hair. What you don't want to do is strip up here. Okay, you don't want to strip your scalp yet. But let's say you be like, these ends is hard headed. Okay, I need a better refresh. So you're just going to put your apple cider, as I said, hip chick rinse, something like this, just on the ends. Okay, and rinse your hair. Now you see how there's not much firmness because they didn't put much coconut in there. If it was more coconut in that tropical, it would be thicker. That's how you know. Okay, that's how you know whether the company that say they got coconut in their ingredients if they're being stingy. If it's not thick, then they were stingy with the honey or the coconut. Now let's say you be like, Miss V, I don't want to do so much on my refresh. Then you want to get you a very thick twister. I had gel. I could have just redid this whole hair with a very thick retwisting 2-strand coil gel and went about my way. The reason why is because it still had moisture in it. I didn't shampoo. So I could have just went over and rinsed it and then went over with a very thick gel, which I'm going to show y'all. I'll be right back. I'm going to show y'all the thick gel that I use when I just don't feel like re-shampoo and hydration going from the top, and I just did a re-rinse, but it's so cold and my hair is so stiff and my gray is too resistant. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all what I use. I'll be right back. Oh, hold on, y'all. I start my hair early because my day don't even start till this hair is done. I don't play that. Okay. Until my hair is done, my day ain't began. Okay. So, see, this is the kind of gel that you could use even without a re-wash. Okay, because it's thick. So I could have used this on my sides instead with the gray, where the gray's at. Okay. I'm gonna give a little example here. All right. You know that it's thick because it's not jiggling. Look, it's not really jiggling in there. I hope y'all, I'm going to be moving these videos to my new lifestyle channel. So if the video disappear, y'all, that's because what I did. Now, as I said, because there is still some moisture in this, I didn't clarify the hair. I can go in with the gel. But let's say I'm like, I still want my leave-in conditioner in here. So I'll go get my leave-in conditioner, which is my conditioning cream. Because a curl can dream is still a leave-in conditioner. So I'm still going to put the leave-in conditioner in. But I'm going to go in with the very thick gel. Okay? Because it's guaranteed to work because it's thick. Okay? See how it worked? It worked. Look at that. That worked. All right. On the gray. Of course, I'm still going in. Still going in with it. All right. Okay. Now, as I said, on my ends, I always put a little extra. So, of course, I could just go like this. Some of y'all get to watch this from like that. Okay. As I said, when you have gray, when gray has not been clarified, it's not going to be as slippery. So don't be like, my hair is struggling. It is. It's going to struggle. The gray's going to struggle without a clarification. Okay. Now, and of course, I still could have finished this with the grease. However, I gotta look. Is the grease thicker than the gel? Yeah, the grease looks a little thicker than the gel. So, I'm just giving y'all another demonstration. I can still seal it, put the grease over the gel. Okay? The thickest one goes last. That's not how it is in society, though. The thickest one go first now in America. The thickest woman get first served. Y'all, I'll cut that. But when you do your hair, the thickest go last. Period. I try to do the thin part of my hair first, since it's the part struggling. The thin, and when it comes to 4C hair, the thinnest go first, the thickest go last. Just say that, be like. So I still put my conditioning cream in. Okay, because this is like really gray over here. It's like a little bit too gray. Too gray. To be just like rocking just some cream. So I went the leave-in conditioner cream with the thick gel, and then the last I sealed with the grease. See? Now I like the double wrap when it's gray. Okay, now I'm looking in the mirror. Yeah, I'm doing this. I'm winging this. All right. So it's looking kind of crinkly, right? This is like a very crinkly look. Okay. All right. Notice how this looks a little drier over here because it's the gray. So as I said, I can always finish the gray with argan oil so that it's as shiny as the front. Black shines naturally more than gray. Okay? So gray women, this middle age, keep some Moroccan argan oil so you can run it through the gray part so it can shine. I should have charged for this video. Child, I should have charged. They make clarifiers just for gray and toners. Okay? You can buy, I think it's purple shampoo. The purple shampoo and purple conditioner will really clear and clean up your gray, soften your gray, and take the yellow out of your gray. It will make your gray brighter. Okay? So you can actually shampoo the side your hair where it's most gray with the purple shampoo. It's called purple shampoo. But I think Mizani also has a gray shampoo and toner. You can do that. And then the rest of your hair, you can use your regular. This is too dry. This hair dry too fast. Normally, I'll be moving faster than this, y'all. But for the rest of your hair, you can just use your regular conditioner. See how I'm not even putting nothing in it until it feels almost dripping wet. Remember, your hair thrives if you put your products in while it's dripping wet. So you're better off putting on some old clothes, an old t-shirt or something, and just letting the drips go down, you know? So no matter what, on a refresh, I still use my conditioning cream, period. Because the conditioner acts as a protection to your hair. So this don't seem, I'm looking to see how much gray. That's a lot of gray right there. So I am going to use the thicker gel as my second step. Because I know the gray is going to be like, no, I'm bitter. I want to stay bitter. I'm like, no, you're not staying bitter. You're in my head. If you're in my head, you're not staying bitter. If you're coming from my head, you're not staying bitter. Okay. So I put a little bit of grease in there. I still feel like it may need another comb through. You really want to be careful about detangling after detangle because it starts to separate the strands. Always remember that. And then it's almost like you're not letting the strands marry each other when you're sealing. So that's what I just used just now, and it's no different than our parents using the Denmark brush. That's what I did, y'all. Okay. I'll be floating faster than this. When I want this hair done, I'll be like, Two-strand twisting it. So I decided to two-strand twist it at the root. Okay, hi everybody. I did not clarify. I know some of y'all like, and I don't do my hair clarify. Look, do you see people with locks clarifying all the time? Some of the lock kids be going like 3 months without ever clarifying. They just rinse their locks and keep it moving. Okay, our body knows how to clean itself. It does a deep cleansing. So you don't need to. This is a little thin. So I'm going to merge these two. You don't need to just, all this running to the clarification over and over again. It's like, no. Then people like, my hair's overhydrated. Do you know overhydrated hair can also look like, now y'all see how this one look like that? Because this one right here is so gray that the gray literally came out. So I'm going to go over and use a thicker seal on that one. But if you overhydrate your hair, y'all, you will notice that it looks like you got heat damage. Okay, you'll be like, it looks like I got heat damage when I don't. That happened to me. I overhydrated my hair. Okay. I'm going to leave that. It's doing its own thing. It's doing its own thing. So I'm going to leave it. Okay. So I'm kind of styling it with my hairline. This is looking like with how the Egyptian mummies wore their hair, like identical. The way it's going like that. That's how the stylist cut my hair. She cut it like she was cutting it for the mummies or something. That's how she did it. She was trying to make it look good after removing all the dead ends, and she did pretty good. She had one hell of a struggle she was dealing with, trying to get all the dead ends out while my hair not looking um like it's just all different limbs. She tried to take it down to a style so that the different limbs of the hair would be acceptable. So that's why she realized she had to cut the bangs shorter because there was more dead ends here. But she didn't want me to look like all my hair short. So she cut it like that and then left the sides long. So I decided to use. Now what I'm doing is looking at the ends. See, if the ends don't look slippery, then it's not going to really serve you. Okay? You're going to notice in a couple days your coils is looking like, like a rat's nest. Hey. So because I already did this in a demonstration right here, okay, I'm going to make sure I do the front. Hi, everybody. So let's get this side here. So I'm going to just go through and start sectioning. So when I take my break, let me hold on. Let me rinse this hair tie, y'all. It got product on it. All I did was rinse it. It had a little bit. I bleached my sink, y'all. So I have a family member that's addicted to bleaching, bleaching the sink, y'all. I be coming in here and be like, "Woo, child, how much Lysol bleach did you put in that sink?" Because I have a porcelain sink, you got to bleach it. I don't know if any of y'all have a porcelain sink. When you have a porcelain sink, the stuff from the food and stuff gets stuck in the porcelain. It literally clings to that porcelain. So you don't want like old food from last month all stuck in the porcelain. So when you bleach it, it strips all that off the porcelain. We figured it out because we were like, Grandma had a porcelain sink. Woo, child, that's an old sink, porcelain sink. And we were like, how do we deal with cleaning this when the stains won't come off? And somebody was like, bleach. We were like, okay, all right. When the grease stains and, get stuck. So let me just start sectioning here. I'm using my clips to section, see? So that I could just go section by section. Hi, everybody. So I did do them a little bigger this time. I did, y'all. But I could always separate them because I can always separate these ones because I didn't use gel. I didn't use gel on them. If I went to separate these ones, I would have to re-wet them first so my hair don't break. I would have to spray it with water so they don't break. So this is my dad's hairline, y'all. It's genetic. Like, all of us got that same high hairline. There's nothing we could do about that. My nephew's got it. My sister's got it. We all got the same. And my dad has the same hairline. So I learned to accept it and just let the hair, let it be the baby hair section that it want to be. So I'm taking time to section because I'm tired of like parting as I go. That's annoying, y'all. Okay, so it's all sectioned out. If I want to take a little break, I can because I gotta re-wet the hair anyway. Okay, so what I do now so I don't feel discouraged at doing my hair in the early morning hours, I eat a very big breakfast. Try it one day for see here, girls. Eat like a 1,300 calorie breakfast, and then you will get through those 4 hours for resealing. Okay, so I just showed y'all how you can easily do different styles when you're refreshing without having to go through the shampoo, hydration, conditioner, deep condition. Let's say you don't want to do all that, but you still want to look good for the holidays. I just showed y'all various ways you can do it, even double sealing, um, even like detoxing your ends so that they can reseal better when you reseal. So if I was you, if I was y'all, I would not pour it on my scalp during the rinse refresh because it's going to strip any moisturization from your scalp and your roots, and then it's like I gotta reseal. It's all stripped out of there. So I would only strip the ends, okay, because you might want the ends to feel much softer as you're retwisting or resealing. But try not to strip your sebum so early after your first reseal. Okay, within a week that sebum is gone. It's gone. Okay, so you want to be like, let me leave the sebum alone. The only thing I could do is one rinse it. I don't want to like strip it all out. If your hair gets itchy between washes, just put your tea tree oil in there on your scalp and rinse. Okay, put your tea tree oil on your scalp, or get you some clomatazole cream or some Vagisil cream and put it on the parts that's itchy, massage it in, and then rinse it out. Okay, this is going to save you. If you do this, you'll be able to afford expensive shampoo and conditioner more often. Okay, because as I said, when you're 4C, you should not be going cheap on the shampoo and conditioner. Never go cheap on your conditioner when you have 4C hair. Because when you go cheap on conditioner, they're stingy with the sealing recipes. They're stingy with the coconut. They're stingy with the avocado. They're stingy with the honey. Now, if you want to go cheap with the leave-in conditioner, the co-sealer. I call conditioners the grower and co-sealer. Conditioners are low-key growers of your hair and the co-sealers. Okay, they're like a knight on the chessboard. Um, if you use them and you say I'm going with a cheap conditioner, you pretty much better go in your cupboard and add some other type of fat to that conditioner because they ain't putting that much in there because you only pay $4 for it. Like this is the realest talk, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm taking a break to have me some tea. Wash my face, brush my teeth, and then my little 10-minute break to do something else, and then go right back at it. Objects in motion stay in motion. Objects standing still stand still. So what you don't want to do while you're doing your hair is just do this for 15-20 minutes because you'll be like, I don't want to finish it now. So just keep moving. Keep the self-care process going. Just switch to some other self-care and then go back to your hair. What I like to do is in the first 30-40 minutes of doing my hair, it's quiet time. Okay, it's for me to think while I'm doing my hair. At least 20 minutes of doing my hair, I'm just in thinking. Once I get the flow state going, then I'll slap on my favorite music playlist and then I'm floating through the hair at that point. Okay. All right, y'all. If y'all want to see these videos on replay, y'all gonna have to join my new lifestyle channel. I'm gonna be downloading these videos today and re-uploading them to my lifestyle channel. As I said, if you're a 4C hair girl, your hair should be drippy. Okay, your hair is like you're painting a picture. So you're using like cream, sealers, whatever. So just make sure you're putting on an old t-shirt, something old, so that you don't, mind the dripping and all that type of stuff. Normally, I don't even change my clothes until like maybe an hour or two after I did my hair, where I know the dripping has stopped and it's not, so wet. Okay. Normally, within a couple hours after I do my hair's dry. Okay, the sealing has already started because I'm high porosity. So at that point, I can shower and change my clothes. A lot of y'all may not know this, but a lot of the empresses actually got their hair done before bathing. I know we like to think they went to go bathe. No, the empresses would eat their breakfast in bed, then sit down and get their hair done, and then they would sit in the tub, and they'd have people bathing them. So they didn't have to worry about their hair getting ruined by the bath water. See what I'm saying? The reason why they got their hair done first is because they didn't want to be sitting there in their fancy clothes getting their hair done, hair products, hair falling on their nice clothes. Their clothes was expensive. So they didn't want hairspray, whatever products they were putting in their hair, they really didn't want it on their nice dress while they were getting their hair done. So they would be in their robes getting their hair done. Okay? All right, y'all. I'm not going to sit here in my robe, get my hair done, because if my robe fall open on here, YouTube going to cancel me. So that's why I don't sit in my, I have a tiger leopard robe and I have a lavender robe. I'm not sitting in that on here. It gives the wrong ideas. We got creeps watching. So, yeah, I just put on an old shirt and that's it. Okay, y'all, I'm going to go wash my face with citrus acne cleaner. I'm actually going to shave. And then I'm going to put my new moisturizing spray that I got for Christmas. I'm going to put that on my face. Flip on my playlist on YouTube and bust out the rest of my hair. And then I'm actually going to get in the shower. I'm going to put my pink bonnet over my hair. And I'm going to get in the shower. Okay? Then I'm going to finish some purging. And then I'm going to work on publishing this book for y'all. Okay? Hi, everybody. Yeah. If I don't shave, I'm a hairy woman. If I go 2 weeks without shaving, you will be able to French braid my armpits. You will see a beard. Okay? And people will be like, oh, is she queer? Maybe I am. So what? Maybe I am the girl from from the Barley and Bailey movie, the movie, the circus movie. And, okay, I'm a hairy faced woman. My sister, too. My sister grows a thicker beard than me. She grows like patches, big, thick patches. But you never know because she gets them shaved. My auntie, lot of hair on her face, but you would never know because she got electrolysis. I forget what it's called. She got a procedure done to stop all hair from growing on her body, except her head. If she didn't, she'd be shaving full beards like a man. So it is what it is, y'all. Hi, everybody. Okay. I use, what do I use? I use the same thing the men in here use. If it works on them, it'll work on me. So I just use their shaving cream, but sometimes I will put an oil on and go over it again, I always do a close shave here, and I do an electric shave here. Okay? The close shave is always here because this part of my hair is very very coarse. My beard here, right here, is coarse. But so it's like, and I need the razor for this. But over here, it's like, okay, I could use the electric. um, so yeah, it's so weird that like the women in my family grow beards, but the men in my family, it took them a long time to grow a beard. Like a lot of them didn't could even grow a beard till they was like in their 40s. Some of them never really grew a beard. But the women are like, why we got the beards? Y'all need to take these beards and roll. Somebody said I have a beard, but not no more. It's my whole body. I just can't believe the amount of hair that grows on my body. Like, I can't take it anymore. My aunt went and paid for that electrolysis. I forget what it's called. And she had them remove all the hair right down to her toes. Otherwise, she would be just sitting there like a hairy monster. My toe hairs be getting this long. My underarm hairs in 2 weeks be like down to here. Okay? All right, TMI, y'all. TMI. This is grown folks conversation. Cover your ears if you are a kid. Even my downstairs. If I do not tighten that up, oh my goodness. Okay? Literally in 1 month, you're like, I can't tell your head. I can't tell the curtains from the drapes, Miss B. Because that's how much hair is down there with the head on your head. It's competing. So for me, it's like, mm-mm. Okay. No. No. I have to have my electric shaver and my I have to. I gotta shave every week or I'm doomed. I'm doomed, y'all. Okay. Oh yeah, I know cypress. Ooh, that smells real strong. I know because I make perfume. I know that cypress. I know that cypress oil. That's a strong oil though. You'll be like, whoo, whoo. I had some cypress oil downstairs, and I happened to open the wrong jar. I was like, whoo, child. I said it's almost as strong as rosemary. That oil smell like it'll put something in its place. It smell like it can kill any weed out here. That's what it smell like. That oil smell like, oh, you could even kill the weeds in your yard with that. Yeah. Ooh, child, I'm gonna have to cut that oil. I could smell it through the jar. I was like, ooh, it smelled like somebody just cut a bunch of weeds and smoked a bunch of weed down here and shoved it up my nose. Like I'm just walking around with blunts up my nose. That's how strong it was. So I'm definitely gonna have to cut that with some orange citrus oil or peppermint to overpower the smell. But thank you very much. I damn sure will use it. I normally just put it in perfume. I ain't never used it to remove dough here, but I believe it can. I felt like it was going to take all the hair off my body just smelling it. It was that strong. One little whiff of that bottle was like, okay, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Thank you very much. I'm going to go get some because I didn't had enough of this. I didn't had enough of this. I'm tired of going just 2 weeks and look at, does it work on underarms? I'm tired of going 2 weeks and being like, Rapunzel, like, dang, you way down here. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of going is there a way it can work on the vagina? Because I'm tired of going 2 weeks just like, oh, I'm going to take a 2 week shave break. And next thing I know, I got vagina here wrapped all around my panties. It's like, no. This ain't going to work. This ain't going to work. Okay? This ain't going to work. Because what if I happen to not take my shaver with me and I just shaved 2 weeks ago and I need to put on a swimsuit? So I'm gonna be walking the beach like cave woman vagina. No, this ain't. So That's my worst nightmare. Like my electric shaver breaking or no shaver. I get anxiety with that. Like no shaver. I will spend I'll spend some of my rent money to go get me a shaver. I refuse to have cave woman vagina and it feel like I got on 3 maxi pads all because of the cave woman vagina. Especially when you get in menopause, you're like, I didn't did enough maxi pads. I didn't wore pads for 20 some years. I don't want to feel like I'm wearing pads when I'm not, all because the vagina here stacked. No, no, okay. And not every black person got thin vagina here or okay. Um, for me, it's stack life, and it's like no, I can't. You can use anything in my house, but you better not even think of using my razors or my shaver. We don't play that in here. My daughter and my husband are extremely hairy people, and we all got our own station for our shavers. Hi, everybody. Shoot. I need to be able to tell my vagina from my hair, from my head. I need to tell the difference. So that's why I need my electric shaver. All right, bye everybody. Y'all be cutting up in these videos. I'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna finish the rest of my hair. Y'all might actually like finger cool this and put this like this. I don't know, y'all. I might just use the Denmark comb on the rest of the hair like this and just do it back. Put me a little, headband on like this and roll, y'all. Be like, woo, I'm down another hour. Because when you only do it with the Denmark comb, so every little strand get the seal, it's an hour less time doing your hair. The finger coil takes almost another 40 minutes. So I might just cut back the time and be like, I'm just gonna go down with the Denmark brush, maybe just coil the ends of the hair only with my fingertip, and then put my headband on right here and put my earrings on and be good, y'all. Okay. When somebody said do it with your finger, no, I do it with my finger. What I'm saying is I might just do the Denmark comb, and then just go like that just on the ends. The parts that's going to be like hanging right here. So everybody can see the coils right here. But this part will just still be wavy. Okay? So it'll look like I brushed the coils and it's just wavy. That'll save me time from coiling from the root. So instead of coiling from the root, I'll just coil the ends. But I'll use the Denmark to seal in the texture and just put a band on it right here, and then all the little finger coils on the end will be like, right here. Everybody will see the coils right here. There just won't be no coils up here. It won't be no coils on the top part of the hair. So basically it'll hang wavy, but then it'll just be coily right here. Like from here on down, it'll be coily. And so the hairband will be right here, but everybody will still see the coils just stacked. Okay, bye everybody. I'll see y'all later. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the likes. Y'all went ham in the video. What time did I get on? Can somebody tell me what time I got online so I can make sure I show up at this time every day? Y'all came through. So, yeah. I tell y'all 4C here, girls, if you ain't happy, keep your fingers out your hair. If you hate your 4C here that week, get somebody else to do it. Because 4C here is sensitive to negative energy. We are so sensitive to self-hate. It's like our hair be checking out, be like, oh, you hate me, I'm out. And then all of a sudden, the shedding process is activated. You be like, why is my hair shedding again already? Well, maybe because I was hating on it. I was hating on it. So if you have no love for your 4C hair, stop, get your damn hands out your hair, and go get it done for New Year's. Okay? The thing is, you have to love sealing. You have to love playing in your hair during the reseal. You have to love maximizing your 4C hair texture, curls, maximizing it. You have to love it. Love your texture. You can't say I want 4C hair to look good, but I can't stand this texture. You're like hypocritical, like for real. You're sending out a negative vibration about your 4C hair. Now, when I do my finger coils on my 4C hair, I don't lay this down. See this here? I don't lay. I don't try to fake another texture at my root. Okay? But I may put a little gel. I won't put edge control. I will put gel, okay? So the edges will be shiny since I have gray along my edges. I'll put a little bit of gel there, a little bit of gel that has honey in it, like Cream of Nature's hair gel have like a shininess to it. Or I'll put aloe vera gel just on the edges so that it shines. But I'm not doing edge control. I want it to still be coolie. I still want my little baby hairs to be coolie, not flat and uniform. All right, bye everybody. Happy holidays. I'll see y'all later. Bye. If you'd like to donate to my channel and to my new lifestyle channel, you can donate at my Cash App at Coach V Hunter. If you feel like my 4C hair videos have been helping you and you want to show gratitude, you can send donations to my Cash App at Coach V Hunter or at my PayPal. As I said, don't be afraid to double seal. Don't be afraid to check out of the shampoo, conditioner, and say, I'll wait my 2 weeks. I'll just keep on rinsing. My daughter's hair is down to here. If she was in here, y'all be like, dang, her hair is long because she flat ironed it. You know what? She does not shampoo and condition every week. She waits 2 weeks. And she's not even high porosity. She's low to medium. She rinses her hair. She actually likes to rinse her hair daily because she is still medium porosity, which means she still need a little water in her hair every day. Okay? In order to reseal, she still kind of needs water in there. But if you're 4C, your hair should be almost drenched in order to get a reseal. Medium porosity people can actually just do a light rinse. They can actually towel dry their hair real good and still get a seal. They're medium porosity. But if you're 4C high porosity, you need some dripping wet hair. You need it to be like it made my hands wet, or you're not going to get a seal. Okay? All right, bye everybody. See y'all later. Happy holidays. Thank you very much, winner. Thank you. I'm going to go get it with a clothespin on my nose. I'm going to go get me some cypress, but I'm going to do like this. when I open that jar of citrus and I put it on my chin, I'm going to be like, because it's strong. Bye, everybody.